Hi, welcome to SGR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. Sitting next to me is Mike Brenner. This is the MLB Odds Couple show for Monday, June 27th. Mike Brenner, we got the normal short Monday card. Couple plays I'm liking, though, and let's throw up the record. And, chugging along. We're chugging along. I've actually been tracking my no balls plays. If I'd given all my no balls plays, I only started tracking it on the 17th. I'd be up 7 more units.
Oh, my God. Well, I think that tells you something, Pistol Pete. It's time to finally pull that trigger and get those balls again.
On the last one, it was the Saturday one. I wanted to give Baltimore on the -1 line in both games, but I didn't just because I hadn't looked into it enough.
I think you need a break. I think you need a little beach break for a couple days.
Oh, couldn't we all use
I got out in the surf yesterday. I enjoyed it, buddy. I'll tell you what, I'm feeling fresh.
On today's Sports Bit, Paulie and I break down all the bad beats and bad bets in Major League Baseball. We've got Euro Cup. We've got Copa. We've got Baltimore Ravens in the NFL. Loaded Sports Bit. Check it out right now.
All right, good. Well, let's see what you have here. Let's see how that translates into your opinion on the Arrieta game with Cubs Cincinnati. Let's just start with that one. I'll tell you what, I did bet Cincinnati small on the overnight.
I was
just
thinking
took a
you
very,
would
very
have.
small bet. Arrieta's, he's good. He's having some control issues. Straley is not that good, but he's been good at home. Now, even with Arrieta coming down a little bit, Straley bumping up a little bit, you still have a pitching edge here for the Cubs. But adding it all up with how the Cubs have been playing and the line, I think Cincinnati it's a Cincinnati or nothing for me. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I think you might be right there. Straley, he's 2-0 with a 2.60 in 8 games at home. So this guy does know how to pitch at home.
Yeah.
So with that being said, because I circled this as far as looking at it with the Arrieta struggle, it wouldn't surprise me, though, if they turn things around.
Oh, sure.
But I'm just not willing to bet it right now, Pete. Like you said, it's either the Reds or nothing, and I'm not willing to back Straley either, but I'm staying off of that one. I was even thinking about doing an under. What's the full game total?
The under on that one, that's an interesting angle. It's 8.
I can't do it. Okay. Well,
it's interesting though. When Arrieta was a huge favorite, and I didn't want to take the Cubs with him, I would sometimes bet on unders in those games in general. Be casual. All right. Well, let me start with now.
Let's not forget though. That's the same team on April 21st that he won 16-0 and pitched a no-hitter.
Sure.
But times have changed.
Oh, Arrieta. Times have changed. How much have they changed? That's the big question. In my opinion, enough for me to want to bet Cincinnati, but not enough for me to want to give them as a pick here because I'm very risk averse in this show. But this does count as a no balls pick for me.
I was just going to say now, you just talked about the no balls pick.
No, but I'm looking at, am I going to give a pick publicly against Arrieta? No, I can't do it. But it is a no balls pick.
Publicly, I can't do it.
All right, so I'll tell you one that I can give publicly, and that's going to be Boston on the second half -130. Now we've been fading Tampa Bay very successfully over the past week or so, and doing it well. And now they've got that young phenom Snell going, and he's still finding his way.
He is. He's going to be something else.
He's going to be something else for at least until he gets injured. He's going to be something else.
Or until Tampa Bay burns him out.
Right, exactly.
For real.
And then Rodriguez is a little bit of a wild card for Boston. He has a big arm. He also has potential. He hasn't been doing that well. Well, he's been doing terribly this year, but he's picking it up a little. His last start wasn't quite as bad as the rest of the year. His velocity was up. So not sure what to expect from him here, but I do like Boston in the second half at just -130. I'll take that one.
What's the full game money line, Pistol
The full game money line is -108. I bet that one on the overnight.
And Boston 108. Yeah, I'm going with that. I'm going to take the full game. I promise you, I was thinking that you were going to pull a trigger on the second half because these young pitchers that are coming up, that's what you seem to be doing, but you're hitting that angle very good. I think full game money line, Pete. I think Boston does it. They're kind of overdue to erupt, and I think it might happen today.
Absolutely. And so I'm going to be on Boston on the second half, and also Boston -1 is a no balls play for me. Maybe I'll throw that one in officially later on. But I agree. All right, so you're on Boston on the full game money line.
Yes, -108.
Yeah. All right. Now let's talk about another game that's probably going to be a no balls play for me. Wainwright and Duffy, right? Wainwright's pitching a little bit better, right? And Duffy is very up and down. Can be very good for 6 innings at a time. Then it can also get hit a bit. I bet St. Louis on the overnight with Wainwright. The best line you get right now would be plus 107, I guess. And I bet it on the overnight plus 103. Now it's moved up a little bit. I'm liking St. Louis. Not enough to give him officially. What do you think about that?
Wow. Well, that's my undercard play of the day. Yeah, that's my underdog play of the day. Duffy, he threw 103 pitches in 4 2/3 innings his last time out. This kid's tired, all right? And he's walked 9 batters in his last 3 starts, Pete. So he's having some control issues, and I think Wainwright's just kind of putting it together. He's given up 3 or less runs in 7 out of his last 8 starts. So I love it. I think this is a gem. Full game money line. Give me the best line, Pistol.
Best line, like I said, I bet it at 103 on the over. Now we can give you 107.
I love it.
107.
I love it.
And I certainly agree with that. That maybe I'll add that one on time.
You know what? Come on, baby. Come on. Get it done.
Yeah, let me just think about it for a second. All right, then another game that's very interesting is Shoemaker, right? This guy is, I guess he's for real. Right? I guess he's basically for real. Pitching really well, start in and start out. How long will this continue? I don't know, but I think we can assume that it is going to continue. McHugh on the other side has been, also up and down, varying from like mediocre to a significantly
They had a big win
subpar.
yesterday, though.
Yeah, I'm on Houston on the second half here, and I will give this one also as an official pick. Houston second half minus 130. Houston really, as a team though, hasn't putting it together. So they're a team that I'm definitely not looking to bet against.
Yeah.
For them in any game, it's either bet on them or pass. And so I'll avoid the 5 innings on Shoemaker. Who knows what he's going to do here? Might be 5 shutout innings. I'm going to take Houston minus 230. What do you think about that? You have anything to say about that game?
I just absolutely could just tiptoe on what you just said because it's perfect. I'm not going against them right now. Houston's starting to look like that team from last year, Pete. When they get their mid-relief straightened out, which they're starting to do, that team's going to be dangerous. But
for sure,
I like Shoemaker. I knew he would pick it up, but I don't like the offense he has, and I'm not touching that one.
Right. Okay. And then another game that's kind of interesting. This is an interesting one. The Mets and Washington. Now, let's talk about this for a second. Now, I bet Washington on the overnight line. I took them at minus 103. Now the Mets have taken significant action.
I saw
the Mets are up to like minus 115. Washington's up to plus 106 or plus 109. Syndergaard is awesome, but he's been having pain in his elbow. He's been having MRIs that have been kept coming back negative. In his last bunch of starts, he's still been good, but not lights out.
I heard they're going to have a close eye on him today.
Yeah,
he's
and the thing about Syndergaard, even if he's like basically as good as he has been in his past few starts, that's still not much better than Ross is overall. Ross is also a live arm. So I took Washington, but someone thinks something. Some money came in on the Mets. Who is that? What are they thinking?
Well, maybe they got a report. Maybe they got a report on
Syndergaard.
Syndergaard because when he's on top of his game,
I hate to bet against him.
Exactly. But I know, Pete. I know. And like you said, Ross, I mean, this kid's the real deal. Yeah. And their bats are alive too. Yeah. But that's one for me. That's the one you pop a cold beer and enjoy the game as a fan. I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
All right,
Sounds like it's killing you though.
Well, it's the Washington definitely will be another no balls play for me.
Maybe and then I'm going to have to hear this shit again next week. You know what? I had 8 no calls. I should have played them.
Because the issue is just it's all about Syndergaard. I mean, I hate betting against Syndergaard. If he's injured, though, I'd love to bet against him. The initial line movement would indicate that someone knows something that he's going to have
and again, there's one thing we cannot overlook is the lack of production from the Mets on a consistent basis with their bats.
That's the other thing.
You know what? You might be onto something. Go with it, Pete. Stick with Washington.
Maybe I'll keep it in the no balls category. All right, Mike Brenner. What else do you have for us?
I have one other play I like. It's Toronto going to Colorado. I like Tulowitzki going back home. He likes playing there. Josh Donaldson has hit in 16 of his last 17 games. All right, now Gray, he suffered from some right arm fatigue last time out. Now, that's just nothing a couple days is going to let go away. So I think they jump on this guy early. I think they jump on him often. Even though Colorado, I mean, he pitches better at home. He does. But when you're tired, you're tired. I don't care where you're at, Pete. Toronto just has too dynamic of an offense to not blow it up sooner than later. So I'm going with it. What's the full game money line with Toronto?
For Toronto, the best line we can give you would be the Greek Pinnacle at minus 125.
Okay, I think it's value. It's a full game. And again, Tulowitzki going home, he's playing pretty decent. That team has lost 5 out of 7, and they're scratching their heads. So look for Toronto to improve upon that 41-36 record today, Pistol Pete.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with that one as well.
Man. I know that Colorado's a hitter's park, but I guess what? Toronto has the hitters to go hit in that park, and they got to get it done.
All right, I'll give you one more play that makes me feel a little bit nervous, but I'm not going to put it in the no balls category. I'm going to put it in the real category. Cleveland, Atlanta. Now Bauer has been really
How do you feel nervous about Cleveland? That team is absolutely crushing it.
Because I'm going to give the under.
Okay.
Bauer
I'd be nervous too.
Yeah, Bauer has been absolutely dealing it. Now on the other side, we got this guy Gant, who's a big righty,
Sometimes throw some steam, boy.
Sometimes has a good start. Sometimes gets hit a little bit. I'm hoping that if Gant does get hit, he'll only get hit. Maybe he'll give up 5 or 6, and Bauer will have a close to a shutout.
Wow, I didn't even. I overlooked this one. Pete.
Yeah, and get and get cash with the under anyway. I'll take the under. It's 8 minus 109. That one could could come a little bit. I could be sweating that one out at the end.
And that's in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the full game money line on Cleveland on that game?
The full game money on Cleveland is the Bet Online and sportsbetting.ag lines minus 154.
Okay. A little too high for me.
A little bit too high. I would actually lean Atlanta there. All right. Yeah. So. All right. I have 3 picks officially so far. Houston second half, Boston second half, and Cleveland Atlanta under. Now I got a whole mess of no balls borderlines.
Oh, here we go. A whole mess of them.
Yeah. Well, I think because I'm telling you, man, I've been tracking it since the 17th. All right. So here's what we'll do. You give a plug for sportsbookreview.com. Tell the folks what all the stuff is on top, and then I'm going to review my no balls plays.
I'm going to let you have your minute there, buddy.
Give me a minute here.
That's right. Sportsbook Review Guide. Don't miss it, fellas. You want to know where you're playing, okay? And you want to click on one of these guys here. This is who you want to play with. And football's coming up. They've got the best lines, and you want to make sure you're getting paid. If they're not on this site, you don't want to play with them, okay? And you probably need 1 or 2 different spots to be playing during football because you're going to get better lines at certain books. So do the line searching. Trust me, it's worth the time, okay? SBR, the Better Business Bureau of this industry. So with that being said, also you can click up top during any one of our games with the icon. That'll take you to the lines. That'll show you all the line movements, the trends, everything. So with that being said, Pistol Pete, I hope you reviewed your no balls play of the day.
All right, bucket.
I love it. Here we go. It's Monday, baby. That just fired me up.
I'm going to give 3 of them.
That just fired me up. I love it.
I'll take Washington on the money line at sportsbetting.ag plus 109. I'm going with you on St. Louis on the money line plus 107, and I'm giving Boston minus 1. The money line part minus 108, and the run line part will be at from the Pinnacle line plus 149. So I'll give 3 of them, and I'll tell you what a borderline no. Now we got another category. Borderline no balls play is Toronto. I'm completely agreeing with you on that one, Mike Brenner.
I like that. I think that's going to be good.
We covered it. There we go. 11 games. We got a bunch of picks.
I'm going to review mine real quick, Pistol Pete.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right, I've got the Cardinals full game money line today plus 107. Pistol Pete trying to leave me out. Toronto, I'm taking full game money line minus 125. Boston Red Sox today. They're going to get it done, guys. Full game money line minus 108. And I'm not betting the Cubbies. So that's all I got today, buddy.
All right. Hopefully I won't get burned in the ass the first time I give my no balls plays here. And then we'll be back tomorrow, Tuesday, for the full 15-game slate.
Have a great day.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.